Hello, I'm Robbie Valentine, and today we're going to talk about microphones. Considering this whole pandemic hysteria over the coronavirus, I wanted to talk about microphones because a lot of us, especially background instruments like guitar, drums, keyboards, anyone who's not a lead vocalist, usually shows up to a gig with their instrument and uses a house microphone at a venue or an open mic. And they have no problem with that. But let me tell you something, when you're singing or screaming or speaking, there's stuff flying out of your mouth, your breath, bacteria, spit, and it's going into the microphone. And then the person that sang before you, you're putting your mouth, they put their mouth up to that mic, and then you're coming along and putting your mouth up to that mic, and the person after you, and that's only on a Friday. What about Saturday? Did the venue clean their mics? Probably not. So how many people spit over X amount of days are going to these house mics, and everyone's just cool with using them? Listen, we're talking about spreading disease here and being clean. So while we're being clean and wiping our ass and getting all this toilet paper off the shelves, let's talk about microphones. Buy your own mic. So one of the best vocal mics that you'll find out there at a lot of open mics, house mics, a lot of venues use these. They're $100 new. It's called the Shure SM58. SHURE SM58. They're pretty much the industry standard for vocal microphones. They're nearly indestructible, so you'll have them forever as soon as you buy one. And like I said, you get one from Sweetwater or Musician's Friend or anywhere that sells microphones for $100. I personally, this is my mic. This is the Sennheiser 935. It's $180 new. What makes this more expensive than the Shure is just it has a different frequency response, which I find cuts through a mix in a live setting much better, which lets me be heard over the, not over the vocalist, but separate from the vocalist. It's not just all the frequencies on top of each other, which can get mushy. It also is more sensitive, so it picks up sound from further away, which means I don't really have to focus on having the mic by my mouth. If I'm playing guitar, I can look down at my pedals, I can look down at my hands, I can look out into the audience, kind of be in the area of the mic, and it'll pick me up. What this mic also does, and the Sennheiser E945 does do well, is noise canceling, which means that it only picks up sound from the front, or prioritizes sound from the front, and gives that the most boost. As you sing into the side or the back, it cancels those frequencies out best it can, so you don't hear them through the PA. This is good for if you're in a band situation where there are other instruments on stage, like guitar amps, bass amps, drums. Even if you play acoustic, if the mic's up here, the acoustic guitar's chest or stomach level, that's below the mic. That's hitting it from the sides. It's not going to pick up those sounds unless the mic is directly pointed at the source. That's really great for stage work, like I said, because you know, your amps are doing the job and the drums to produce sound, and you don't want to pick those up because you won't hear your voice. It'll just sound like mush. So they only pick up the vocals. So do yourself a favor, if you're a gigging musician and you do any kind of vocal work, whether it's singing, speaking, rapping, screaming, whatever, if you play out and you should have your own microphone. Venues have mics, yes. That should be like the standby if something happens to your microphone, who knows? Like the mics come with the PA. But be clean, take care of yourself, especially if you're someone who finds you get sore throats a lot, or any kind of mouth issues, sores, or dry mouth, or clammy, or anything. But especially sore throats or sinus infections. If you're often singing on other people's microphones, you're getting their germs, their bacteria, or just dust that's in the air that collects, and you're breathing in as you sing, because it's not always singing out, it's singing in as you take in air. So you're really putting yourself in a position where you could even be breathing in dust that's affecting your vocals, drawing you out. So just get your own mic. They usually come with pouches. If not, put it in a plastic bag and keep it. What I also like to do is, people don't know this also, which you should, but here you go, now you get to learn. Mics have capsules and then grills. So if you remove the grill from the mic, you'll see this is the mic capsule, copper and stuff. This is what picks up sound. This thing is just to protect the mic. So when you get home, periodically, maybe not every day, but you should take the grill off, and clean it with some soap and water. You could use a toothbrush or a rag and just clean it. Get all the shit out of there, all the germs, all the sugar from the gum you were chewing, the potato chips or the barbecue sauce you got with the free wings because the venue paid you in food. Just clean that off, let it air dry, and put it back in your bag to keep. Make sure you don't get the capsule wet. It'll damage the mic. You don't want to do that. If you take care of your microphones by cleaning the grill and not damaging the capsule, you'll have this for a long time and it'll be worth the money. You know, I've probably had this specific mic 6 years. I paid $180 for it. So what's that, $30 a year? And that's probably less than $1 a gig that I've played with this mic. So go get yourself a microphone and stop using the house mics. You're a professional. You know, act like it. If you can't afford a mic, there are plenty of options that are less expensive than the Shure SM58, which is $100 new. You could find $50 options, you can find $30 options, you can find $20 options. Look out for sales, look out for bundles. Sometimes if you buy 4 mics, they're like buy 3 get 1 free. You know, that makes them 75% each or some shit like that, whatever, you do the math. You could get your whole band a bunch of mics. Talk to the guy at the store, say, hey, I'm gonna buy 4 mics for my band. What can you do for me? Maybe he'll throw in some cables or just cut the price. But you know, it's really an investment in your sound and your health. So, you know, I don't know what your financial situation is, but, you know, collect cans or sell blood, something. Get $100 and get yourself a microphone, whatever mic that may be. I am neither endorsed by Shure. I'm not endorsed by either Shure or Sennheiser. I just have experience with those mics, and Sennheisers are my favorite. So, if you've ever seen Va Va Voom live, I'm using a Sennheiser, and it's mine. I'll take it off when I'm done, and I'll put it in my bag. And that's just what I do, and that's what you should do too. So be safe out there, be clean. Don't stop living your life, but use your noggin a little bit. And again, I'm Robbie Valentine from Va Va Voom. Check us out on Instagram at Va Va Voom Rock, Facebook Va Va Voom Rock, Spotify, iTunes, all those good places. And have a great summer.